Self-discipline, it is a given in any business, anything you want to do or choose to do for that matter. Self-discipline is a given. So how much self-discipline do you have today in what you're doing and what you want to do? That's the big question. Because if you don't have self-discipline in what you want to do or in what you're creating, then you're not going to have success. You're going to stay in that same roller coaster ride that takes you round and round and round the park and gets you to nowhere because it doesn't stop. And this is all neuroscience. It's a definite neuroscience technology, mythology, whatever you want to call it. But it is science and it is a given fact. So when you're using self-discipline for yourself, I'm not talking about anybody else, because you can't change what anyone else is doing or thinking or how they're acting. You can only change yourself. And yes, this is the perfect answer. Conquer your thoughts. You're in charge. When you conquer the thoughts you have every day, because you are in charge of everything in your body, your mind, your whole being. You are the leader. You are in charge. Okay, are you holding thoughts with the feeling of an event or something that happened maybe years ago? Maybe there's something that happened and you're just holding yourself there with it. If you're doing that, if you're holding on to a thought of something bad or something that wasn't good, it just gave you a really sour feeling or a bad feeling, and you just keep holding on to, well, this happened to me then, this happened to me that, I did this and that happened. If you are doing that, this again is neuroscience and it's all part of discipline. So if you're letting yourself be hooked up in that feeling of, this happened to me back then, this happened to me on that day, when I did this, this happened, and you're holding yourself back and back and back, you're not going where you need to go. And self-discipline will set you on limits for yourself. It will guide you and it will give you what you need, because you are setting your own rules. You are setting your own lifestyle. And the longer you live in the moment of lack of, oh, poor me, or oh, this happened to me, you won't be in the mindset to have the life that you want and deserve. And we tend to do this, and it's called a habit. We tend to live in a thought or a feeling that we seem to somewhere in our bodies think that this is the way life is to be in this mindset. Well, it's not. So let it go. There's no reason for it. There's no reason to hold on to something that happened forever ago. Why do that? I don't find any use in holding on to the past. Let it go. There's no sense in reminiscing about everything bad that happened in your life. That's just going to bring more and more of it back to you. Quit it. So use your self-discipline, and we've talked about this before. This is just another episode here that's going to help you get more clarity on exactly what you need to do for self-discipline that is going to help you with your goals and putting them down on paper so you can see them in order of what is important to you. It's not going to be what is important to anybody else. Like I, for example, can tell you goals that are important that I've used and the order I've used them in. That does not mean that they are going to be important for your business and what you're doing. Only you can do that. But when you have the self-discipline to put them down, to put them in detail, I mean detail, put that goal you have in detail down to the minute, down to the little tiniest detail of what you want to create. Just let it go, little, detail, detail, detail. And write it out. It doesn't matter how big of a paragraph it takes or how long it takes. It is detailed for your subconscious and for your discipline. And as you are creating your business, your lifestyle, everything you want. Look at your goals and have dates you want to have these completed by. If you don't have a date, and if you don't have a time that you want to have your goals completed by, if you don't have discipline in your life, how will you get where you want to go? How will you get to the end result? How will you see success if you don't have self-discipline? No one else can discipline you at this time. You're not a small child. You're not under your mom and dad's rule. You are an adult who has your own self-discipline. You may have children and maybe remember, how you had to discipline your children. You have to brush your teeth. You have to wash your hands before you eat dinner. You have to make your bed. Discipline. There's different things you have to do every single day that are discipline. And if you don't do them, what are the repercussions? What is the consequence of you not doing your discipline? Set your own self-disciplines, and there is consequences. You may not see the consequences because of the state you're in, which is an adult state. It's totally different. The consequences are you won't receive what you want. You won't create the lifestyle you want. You won't be able to grow your business. You won't be able to have that success if you don't have the self-discipline it takes to get in there and make it happen. Get all your tools in order. And, if you're a mechanic or a woodworker or anyone like that that has to deal with physical tools, if you do that, then you know how important it is to have all of your tools lined up, boom, 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 in order of how you're going to use them. And when you have all your tools in order, isn't it easier to complete the project, to complete what you're working on, if you have all of your tools in order? It's the same thing for business. I always have all of my tools in order. I always make sure everything is working great. Like my CRM, I make sure everything is going good with my CRM. Yes, that's a customer relations manager. I use it every day with my team because it allows me to monitor responses and emails and different correspondence I have with each person. If you don't have this, this is a vital tool for any business. If you don't have this, you need to get it. But you have to have all your tools in order. I make sure all my tools are in order, and I make sure everything is working. It's actually on my list of things I do for every week. I make sure all my funnels are working. I make sure everything is getting my ads out there. I make sure everything is flowing. And it takes time. Granted, it does take time. But it is imperative that you do this. And when you learn, maybe you've already learned this, so maybe I'm overstepping with that. But when you know and you take action with this and you see that your self-discipline on taking action every single day, on using the tools, using the systems, using the strategies every single day to grow and to be, you will find that your neuroscience part of your life, which is the neuropathy, that's a big word, right? Is building new pathways in your brain. And when new pathways are built in your brain, it will build pathways over those limiting beliefs that are holding you back, over those things that are holding you down that you keep thinking about from years ago. Here's a story. It's actually a family member, and he kept talking about everything that was happened in his life, and he kept holding him back. And as we were growing up, and this happened last month, and it's just driving me crazy. Be like, even at that age, it'd be like, why are you still worried about that? It was already gone. And then I noticed it kept escalating and escalating through the years. And something that happened 10 years before was still bugging him. He was still letting that energy in and still letting that holding back. Well, that held him back for a lifetime. He's still doing it to this day. 20-something years, he's still working on something that happened then. Don't be that person. Don't be holding yourself back. Self-discipline, it's hard. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, because it's hard to have discipline for yourself when there's no one there to tell you what you're doing wrong. So look at what you're doing. Look at what you're not doing. That's my biggest thing I have going on for my world is, what am I doing? Okay, what am I not doing that isn't working? Put discipline in all the tools you need to have and create the lifestyle you want. When you do this, when you put all your tools in one place where you can grab them, you can have them in line, you can use them as needed, you can take those tools and build your goals. Create the goal you've set for yourself, for your business, for anything you want to create. Maybe you want to create a lifestyle where you have financial independence. This is just a hypothetical. Where you have financial independence. You can come and go as you please. You can work from anywhere in the world. You can take your laptop and go and just be content and happy with everything. Right? Why not? I have this life. This is my life. I can do and be and have anything I want. I can work anywhere and have a good life, have fun, and have a lifestyle, a good lifestyle that is prosperous. But it takes self-discipline. I have to discipline myself even if I am out sitting on an island somewhere. I have to have discipline even while I'm in the sun having fun. I have to do my goals. I have to work on my business. I have to work on, this is my own rules for myself. I have to be in tune with what I want to create. And when you are, you're going to find that everything will flow easier and you'll be able to have the life, spend time running with the family, jumping in the water, having a good time, whatever it is you like to do. Having a good time, working your business, and having fun, and giving back to people. It's all how much you can give. And they have this thing called a green screen. Love my green screen. You can take your green screen and it's portable. You can get a portable one. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're portable. And then you just put a picture that you've taken, maybe of your office or something like I have in the background. And you can put that anywhere. You can put it on your green screen and it'll show up. You'll notice a lot of times while I'm talking, I'll have the same background. Well, that's because I've taken a picture or I've taken a small video and I put it behind me and it looks like I'm in my office. But I could be anywhere in the world. You can do the same. It is that simple. Again, it is self-discipline. And I asked the question in the beginning, will self-discipline make a difference? Yes, it will make a difference. And will you use self-discipline for yourself? Will you use these tools and these tricks and these tips and these neuroscience, I want to say hacks, but they're really not hacks because it is a philosophy, but it is psychology too. So as you all know, I follow neuroscience and I study it. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but it's something that I've learned over the years that has helped me so much to grow my lifestyle, my business, and to be that person that I want to be. So when you use these tools, and there's always tools available for you, there's always tools here for you, all you have to do is reach out and take advantage of the tools and the systems that are here for you, grow your business, and use your self-discipline. This is so important to do. And every video I do, I give you something in the header. I give you some training. I give you a system. I show you something that is of value to you above and beyond all. And also, I also have a link up there to my blog. I suggest you get in there and definitely subscribe to that and look and see what we can do to help you to grow and to be that person you want to be. Business doesn't have to be hard. It can be simple, but it is going to take time and it's going to take work. But it doesn't have to be difficult. Difficult's a better word. It's going to take hard work. That's a given. When you do, you're going to find that you're going to come to the light, and it's going to be amazing. If it's already working for you, if you're already doing it, fantastic. I'd love to hear your success stories. Message me, direct message me, let me know. I would be happy if I could put it in the group. That would be even more great. If you want to go over there, it's Mastermind Marketer. Definitely put your comments in there, because you know what? There's so much for everybody. Okay? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a blessed, happy day. I am grateful for all of you.